All right, we are
We are
recording.
recording and we are live. Welcome, 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 everyone. We are so excited that you are joining us tonight to learn a little bit about this little opportunity that has changed our lives in a very big way. So I can't see actually if anyone's hopping on. Let me see here. Can you guys check? Yeah? Okay, great. I'm so anyone's hopping on. Okay, I am so excited to have you with us this evening. We're going to keep it short and sweet, and we are going to answer some questions that so many people have about this coaching opportunity. So first off, I want to introduce myself. My name is Stacy Dasher. I have been coaching for a little over 3.5 years. And I was a school teacher. I no longer am a teacher. I am a mother of two. And I've been married for almost 20 years. Hard to believe, but that's the truth. I had struggled with my weight my entire life, have always been the, the fat one, the chubby one, the overweight girl. Oh, she's so pretty if she would just lose a couple of pounds, always. And I didn't have a very healthy relationship with food. You know, it was lose 50 pounds, gain 20 back, lose 40, gain 60. And that was pretty much my whole life until I found this community and learned what it meant to have a healthier all around lifestyle. So since then, I have lost almost 50 pounds. And more importantly, I have been surrounded by an amazing support system. I have met friends that of women from all over the country and Canada that and the United Kingdom that I would never ever have met unless it was for this opportunity. And we truly hold these webinars because we feel that we are offering an absolute gift. And we want to let you know and let you in on this gift. I always say to my coaches, you know, it's very easy for me to share this opportunity with an open heart because I always compare it to going to a restaurant. And I say to them, well, if you went to a restaurant and you had a really great meal and you had amazing service, well, wouldn't you want to share that with your friends and family and people that you care about? Well, that's how I feel about Beachbody and the community and this opportunity and this lifestyle. I feel it is second to none, and therefore it is super easy for me to talk about it. We are spotlighting a special lady tonight. She has been a coach on my team for over a year. I think she joined me in October of 2016. We found each other on Facebook, and she has an amazing transformation. And she's here tonight. She's going to talk to us a little bit about how Beachbody changed her life, how she found it, and all about our community. Okay, so I am going to let her take it away.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to our webinar. We're so happy to have you here tonight. So yeah, we wanted to give you some information, some background on, you know, what Beachbody has done for us personally. So yeah, I found the program 16 months ago, October. Actually, that's not true. I started the program. I actually found it in August. I was flipping through the TV, saw an infomercial, and because I'd done every weight loss program known to man, I'm like, oh, all right, here's my answer. I'm going to do this one now. So I did it, ordered the containers, started using it, didn't know what the hell to do with it, and quickly fell off because I had no support. I had no community behind me. I didn't want anything they offered me. I just wanted the little containers and thought I could be okay. And then I found my coach. I found Stacy, and that was truly the game changer for me. You know, she explained to me, she just happened on my Facebook page one day, and she explained to me she was a coach. She ran a challenge group. She helped women use the system, learn about it. And as soon as she put me in there, like I completely found the missing link that I had, you know, this piece had eluded me in every other program, diet, whatnot that I had tried before. The women in that group me seeing them every day, because I had actually told myself, you know, you're just too out of shape, you can't do this, you know, maybe you have thyroid issues, you know, maybe you just can't lose the weight, you know, you can't work out, you're just too old, whatnot. And I started seeing women in there who were older than me, you know, maybe had more to lose, but man, they were in there and they were working out every day and they were killing it. And I, you know, I had to get real with myself and, you know, realize that no, I was just full of excuses. And seeing those women do what I wanted to do just empowered me to know and believe in myself, you know, and working with Stacy every day, because that's what we do as coaches. We work with our challengers, you know, help them, you know, with whatever they need. But it just really gave me the sense that to believe in myself, to know that I could do the program and I could be successful. So that was it. The community for me has been key. And I really, every day, you know, log in, go on Facebook, you know, see my challengers, see what they're up to. And it just gives me such a sense of purpose, and you know, it just fuels me. You know, I get messages from ladies that are just so sweet and shouting me out for what I've done for them. They don't have a clue of what they do for me. You know, just seeing them succeed makes me so happy. And you know, this coaching journey has brought things into my life that I would never have had I not started this. You know, for instance, my microwave died last week and I haven't had a chance to figure out what we're doing. And so I put a post on Facebook and I said, you know, does anybody have a microwave that I can borrow? And the 2 people that responded are in my area, in my challenge group, who I've never met before, but the first people to offer up, you know, and be there for me. And I just thought that was so awesome. And that, you know, that was just one of the things that I was feeling this morning. Like, people have no idea what this community is until they get in it. You're making real, genuine connections with real women who only want the best for you, who only want to see you succeed and, you know, lift you up when you're feeling down. And just, you know, it's so nice to be in a community of positive, uplifting women who aren't, you know, behind your back talking shit, sorry, you know, who aren't backstabbing, who just truly want the best for you. And that's what we, you know, do as coaches. We want the best for our challengers. And we have just created this network of these relationships with women all over the country, Canada, the UK. And I just would never have met all these amazing people if I hadn't taken the chance and just started on this journey. You know, I was never like a big step out of my box kind of person. I like to, you know, keep it simple. And if I did the same 3 things every day, I was good. You know, this journey back in October, I got on a plane by myself and I went to Connecticut to go visit Stacy. You know, that was huge for me. And it's not something, I had been dying to go to New York City my entire life, but I was always too afraid. And this, you know, this journey just empowered me to, you know, to do it, to step out of my box. And I would never know Stacy, who is one of my best friends now, had I never met her and started, you know, coaching. So it's really just filled me, and something, like I said, I didn't know I was missing until I got into this community.
Oh, can you unmute? Oh, thank you. Do you want to talk a little bit about our quarterly events and our annual events? Before you do that, we have quarterly events in local areas to get local coaches together. And ironically enough, our last event, which they're held all over the country, the Colorado one. Now, I'm from Connecticut. Amy actually is from Connecticut as well. Desiree lives in Louisiana. But the Colorado event had 3 of our coaches at this event who never met before. They were 3 different coaches of other coaches on our one team. And since they met at a local event, they have done vision boards together. They have had dinner together since. And the 3 women would have never known each other even existed if it wasn't for Beachbody, which is amazing to me. So I don't know if you want to talk about some of our annual event, the biggie, the big summit.
You want me to talk about it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So Summit this year happened to be in my backyard. It was in New Orleans, and that was really to me, it was divine intervention, because I probably would not have gone had it been across the country. But because it was right here, it was a no-brainer. Let me go see what this is all about. And, just that in itself, seeing the big picture and seeing what the company stands for, and, what the connections with the women. I met, so many women from our team who were from all over the country. It just brings us together. And this year we're going to Indianapolis, which is another great, place to go. And I have a coach of mine who we reconnected with on Facebook. I met her in 7th grade. We have not seen each other for 36 years. So she's coming to meet me in Indianapolis in June, and go to the Coach Summit. And it's just such a really empowering meeting, because of what it stands for. Beachbody wants to end the trend of obesity, and we get to help people with that. We get to give them the tools and the support, and they change their life. And what's better than that?
It's so true. It's so true. Thank you for sharing that. I'm going to introduce you now to Amy Balco. She has been coaching, it'll be 2 years in July. And she is going to talk about common misconceptions, myths, things that people always question when it comes to an online business or a multi-level marketing. So I am going to let her talk to you about all that.
Hello. So as Stacy said, I'm Amy Balco. So I usually am a lot louder and more boisterous than almost everybody else in the room. So apologize ahead of time. My armpits are a little sweaty. I have a timer going because I also have a tendency to talk a lot when I'm nervous, and I don't want to overstay my welcome, if you know what I mean. So I started coaching, it'll be 2 years ago in July, and the reason I got into this is very similar to some other stories you heard. I worked in corporate America, and I worked up quickly in my career. When I had my first child, it was really difficult to go back to work, but I did it because it was one child. We were able to hire a nanny. It wasn't bad. She wasn't, I was very comfortable with our situation. But I got another promotion right before our second child was born, and I was on the road a lot. I was working between 60 and 80 hours a week. As Stacy mentioned, I live in Connecticut. I had 7 retail stores. 6 of them were in Massachusetts. Like 2.5 hours away. And all I could keep thinking about while I have this 2-year-old at home and a baby in my belly is there's going to be an emergency. I'm going to be in freaking Pittsfield, Mass, which is a beautiful town despite the name. What a terrible name, right? And it's going to take me 2.5 hours to get there. And I couldn't shake this. So my husband and I had a heart-to-heart about it. I'd always wanted to be a stay-at-home mom, and we made it happen. It was hard. It was a big financial cut to walk away from, a corporate job that I was pretty confident with. I really enjoyed, and I had nothing but, upward movement in my future. I've been asked questions like, are you relocatable? Things like that. And I walked away from it. But in the course of building up and getting promoted and working so hard. I mean, I was someone who was brought up to work hard, so I didn't know anything different. I took care of everyone else in the process, though. I had, as I mentioned, a small child at home, my husband. I had a whole ton of employees that I had to take care of. And I did a good job taking care of everybody else, but guess who I forgot about? Me. I forgot to take care of my body. I forgot to exercise. I forgot to eat right. And I was really focused on certain goals, but in the process, I really suffered. And after having my second child and kind of losing the immediate baby weight, I was 40 pounds heavier than I had ever been, and I needed to lose the weight. So I tried a couple exercise things. They didn't work. I ended up getting injured. And when I came back from that injury, I found Beachbody. And when I tell you that we have world-class nutrition and world-class fitness, we have world-class nutrition and world-class fitness. And I'm going to talk a little bit more about that in a minute, but showing up for myself every day repaired my heart, my mind, and my body. Guys, I lost 27 pounds in the first 2 rounds of the 8-week program I was doing. So that's not quick, right? So that's 4 months. But after that second round was done, I said, if I didn't know about this and it could make me feel this way in 4 months, I got to share that. I gotta tell other people about this. As you guys can tell, I like to talk. So it was second nature for me. So I became a coach, and that's it. I love it. I love the fact that we are empowered to help others change their lives. So a couple things I want to touch on quick. What we do, why we do it, and then I'm going to get into how we do it and some of the myths that we talked about. So what we do, guys, a lot of the times you'll hear about coaching and hear how great it is, but everyone's like, well, what the hell do you do? It's very simple, which is why I think it gets overlooked a lot. What we do is we take the world-class tools that we have, the things that are proven to work when people use them. We find people who can benefit from them, and we connect the two. And then all we do is support them on the journey. That's it. It is simple, but it is beautiful in its simplicity, because there is nothing that you will feel better about than helping someone save their own life. And I know that's a heavy statement. I know it, but it's also the truth. So that's what we do. Why do we do it? Well, there's a number of different reasons why. For me, it was the ability to help other people, the ability to create an income to help my husband. I had always been a breadwinner, and I lost that, and that's hard to do. So it helped me gain back some of my independence there. There's a slew of reasons. A lot of people do it for health. There's just a ton of different reasons. So the answer to that question, why we do what we do, is that answer is different for every single coach that there is within Team Beachbody. So some of the myths, right? So we are a multi-level marketing company. We are a direct sales organization. What are some of the myths? Immediately, people say pyramid scheme. Guess what? Every organization on the planet, every organization is shaped like a pyramid. Pyramid schemes are illegal. This is not a pyramid scheme. In pyramid schemes, you are unable to earn more than the people that recruit you. That is simply not the case with Team Beachbody. You have the ability to earn as much as you're willing to put into this. And the level of income that you generate is based on your level of commitment, your level of action, and how much you love what you do. So the earning is pretty freaking awesome, because there's people who earn millions of dollars, and then there's people who earn $50 a week to help with their groceries. It's really what you want to make it. And it doesn't come easy, guys. You got to work for that money, but it is there for the taking. So we're not a pyramid scheme. What are some other myths, guys? Why am I drawing a blank on this?
That you're tied into a contract. And once you join, there's no getting out of it.
Okay. So a lot of people think that you are in a contract, or that once you commit, you can never leave. Here's the thing. No contracts, no fees, no commitment. Say you decide you want to join coaching. You want to try to change other people's lives while at the same time keeping your health and fitness on point, because when people are watching, you're going to show up. And that's a natural positive side effect, that you're going to be healthier and fitter. But say like in 2 months, you're like, you know what, this just is not my thing. Because that does happen. Not everything is for everyone, and that's okay. And this company is great, and we realize that, right? So all you do, say you dive in 2 months, 3 months, 6 months, 2 years, whatever, you don't want to do it anymore. It's a simple online form. And that's it. You're done. There's no fees. There's no contract. There's no guilt. There's nobody that's going to make you feel bad. Like, you have to really have your heart in this to want to do it. But I will tell you, there is nothing. Other than having your first or second child, like having your child and the love of your children, there's not really much that beats the feeling of knowing that you help someone really live a happier and healthier life. Really, there's not much.
So why don't we talk about, we also wanted to talk about some of the amazing things that Beachbody offers us, as far as we get rewarded for helping people on a monthly basis, on an annual basis.
Yep. So we get paid every Thursday, but the payment, the financial payment. So how does this all work? That was my last part of this kind of like three-legged stool I wanted to talk about today. So how does this all work? So there's two ways to earn. One is through commissions, and the second is through building a team that will also have their heart and soul in this and earn their own commissions as well. So those are the two ways we get paid. As I mentioned, we get paid every Thursday, which is pretty sweet. But again, you've got world-class nutrition with products like Shakeology, with our performance line, which is recognized by Ironman. We actually are a sponsor of Ironman, and we're recognized by not only a United States National Sports League, but also a worldwide one too. Like, there's a lot of science that goes into our products. They are proven. They're awesome, and they are life-changing. But our fitness programs are the same. I went to a personal trainer before this, and guys, I barely broke a sweat, but I can work out at home for 22 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour a day, change my body, change my life. It is proven. It works. And that's the power of what's behind you when you're talking to other people. So we talked about money. Guys, tax write-offs. This is your own business. The things you need to run your business are tax write-offs. It is also a home-based business. So depending on what state you live in now, disclaimer, right? I am not an accountant. So you want to ask an accountant these specific questions. But the state I live in, I'm allowed to write off part of my home utilities because I have my home office that I do my work out of. And that requires electricity, internet, heat, all that stuff. So that's all write-offs too. Gear, postage, advertising, trips. Your travel to and from things that are work related, all those are tax write-offs, and it's tax season, so it's good to talk about it. We also can earn vacations. So if you're somebody who likes to help people change their lives, the company recognizes you for that. A couple of us in about 2 months are going to Riviera Maya on a 5-star all-inclusive trip that we earned. The only thing we pay for is airfare. How sick is that? Like, the trip is worth thousands, maybe even $10,000. You get to go and take someone with you just for doing your job. The one next year is a cruise to the Bahamas, which is super cool too. Desiree and Stacy both mentioned the quarterly events that we have. You can travel to and from those, as well as our big annual event, which is called Beachbody Summit. This year it's in Indianapolis. I've never been. I'm pumped to go. Last year I went to New Orleans. I had never been, and I had a great time. And the last thing is, when you help just 3 people a month change their lives, you win monthly prizes. This month, the prize is an umbrella, or we're also doing like a competition thing, like a friendly, fun competition. But if everybody on your team hits that same target, you win some workout gear. And at Summit, which we talked about in Indianapolis, you win an exclusive workout with a super trainer, which I'm super pumped about, and a photo op, I think, too, which is awesome. So, so much good. And the last thing I will leave you with is, if this is something that you're thinking about, if you are here watching us, this is something that is on your mind, you have nothing to lose. It doesn't matter how fit you are. It doesn't matter where you are on your journey. It doesn't matter where you have to go. What matters is that you have the heart to do this, you're curious about it, and you should always check it out, because you should live life with no regrets. All right, that's all I got.
That was beautifully said, Amy. Thank you so much. So the bottom line is this. You know, people think that in order to be a successful coach, you need to be at your goal weight. You need to be super fit. You need to have a degree in nutrition. None of those things are true. None of those are farther from the truth. A coach is simply someone who is on their own wellness journey that wants to help other people do the same thing. We give with our hearts. And if you go into this business with your heart open, looking to help other people, you will be successful, because that is what it takes. You know, people can wait their whole lives, wait until they're fit, wait until they have enough money, wait until they change jobs, wait until they get out of a bad relationship that they're in, that they're not happy. What does waiting do? Waiting makes you stagnant. Waiting does not move you forward. Waiting just prolongs the inevitable, really. So right now we are having a tremendous sale. And if you are even thinking about whether you just even want to work on yourself first, we used to, when we joined, okay, I know when I started as a coach, we had DVDs. There was nothing digital. So if you wanted a workout program, you had to buy one program at a time. So for the same exact price, we now have digitally every single program we have ever created and launched in the history of Team Beachbody over the past 10 years, including meal plans, including a workout calendar, including sample menus, as well as a blog that gives you meal plans and recipes and informative articles. It is an incredible value. Every time I go on to my on-demand, I still shake my head in disbelief at the cost, because it is so ridiculous. So,
don't forget about the cooking show. There's an awesome cooking show in there too. Sorry, I love it.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. There's even a cooking show that shows you how to utilize your containers for our portion control program. So basically, here's the thing. As a coach, we lead by example, okay? So you will be more likely to stay on your journey and not fall off the wagon, because you have other people that are watching your journey. There are people that are looking to you for consistency and support. So therefore, as coaches, we know that we need to lead from the front, and we lead by example, by doing the vital behaviors every single day, by eating healthy, by getting your exercise in, by sharing and inviting people on a daily basis. That is what a coach does. So you need to reach out to the coach that invited you to this webinar with any questions. We'd be happy to answer any of them. We do hope to see you on our team. And I really believe wholeheartedly that God has a plan for everyone. And if you feel in your heart, in your gut, that this could be something that you can thrive with, if you feel a tugging at your heart, then you need to go for it. Mel Robbins is a motivational speaker. That's another thing that we do as coaches. We fill our minds with positive personal development. What is personal development? It's anything that you get your hands on, whether it be a book, an audible, a video, that's going to make you feel more motivated than you were before you started reading it or watching it or listening to it. And what Mel Robbins says is, stop procrastinating, stop waiting. Waiting is going to get you nowhere. It's called, she has created the 5-second rule. The 5-second rule states, count down in your head, 5, 4, 3, 2, make your decision before you get to 1, and just go for it. You have to stop living your life in fear. You have to stop living your life, what if this happens? What if that happens? Because you know what? It's going to happen either way. So you might as well just go for it. And you have to say to yourself, why not me? What makes us 3 any different than you? Nothing. It's just our will. It's our desire to do more, to be better than we were yesterday. So if you have that desire and you are a natural go-getter and you have intrinsic motivation and you can be self-disciplined, then we want you. And it's as simple as that. So with that being said, I would like to thank you for your time. Thank you, Desiree, for visiting with us. And Amy, you're awesome. You're love welcome. Listening to you. I love listening to you talk, Amy. I could listen all day. And we will be back here in this same group next Monday with some new guests. So hope to see you soon. Thank you. Have a great night.